In this tutorial, we'll start off by creating a fiery glow and then converting it to a super emitter to make the explosion effect. Place a blank emitter down onto the stage and enter the properties. We'll rename the first particle type Flamey. This will make up the fiery part of the explosion's debris. Change the particle angle to random. Since this will be a fiery effect, turn on Intense and preserve color. In Transparency, create a white key near the end of the gradient and a black one at the very end. The particles now fade out as they die. For color, select a series of oranges. A value between 175 and 200 should give the effect a nice color. Since this will eventually be a super emitter, we don't need the particles to last for a very long time on the screen. Turn the life graph down to about 2. We do need a lot of particles though, so use numeric entry to raise the number to about 400. A size of 30 should be good. Since the motion of the explosion will eventually be coming from the free emitters, we can turn the particle type's velocity all the way down to 0. To add a little chaos, turn up the life variation to around 6. The number and size variation can both go up to about 20. Now the tail of the emitter isn't so even. Add a point halfway through size over life and increase it up to 200. Now the particles will grow and shrink. We'll now create the other particle types we need by duplicating the one we just created and changing a couple of things around. We'll name the new one Glow and we'll simply turn off Preserve Color. This particle type will brighten up our overall effect and hide some of the smoke of the explosion. Duplicate Flamey again and rename it Smoky. First, turn off Intense. Under the Shape tab, pick something that's more suitable for smoke. This ice smoke shape will work fine. Make it active and turn down the frame stepping and turn on Random Start Frame. For the colors, we'll simply darken the ones we already have by sliding the value down to a series of dark browns. For transparency, move the second point back so that the fade out lasts longer, and add a black key at the start so that each smoke particle fades in. This will ensure that the smoke doesn't overwhelm the fiery bits of the explosion. Now it's time to readjust the graphs. Start by doubling the life of the smoke. This way it will be visible when the fiery parts of the explosion have already faded. We can lower the number down to 200. Increase the size to about 50. This will let the smoke stick out from behind the fire. Move the weight to about -40. The smoke now rises a tiny bit before it dies. Turn the motion randomness up to about 50 so that the smoke moves a bit to the left and right while rising. Increasing the life variation some more will let some of the smoke hang around a little bit longer. Turning the spin variation up to around 40 will spin the smoke in all directions. In motion randomness over life, move the first key point to 0 and leave it like that until halfway through each particle's life. Now the particles will stay close together for the first half of their life before moving off to the sides. View the full emitter to preview the first part of the effect. Saving now will let you come back to this early point in the explosion to adjust it as you see fit.